Howdy, back again. RJ here, who can't shut up for anything. I've already begun my first live chat, which has been posted on the network as well, and I'm continuing to do the Evolution Hour. But I can't resist going after Dinesh DSouza again because that's a gift that just keeps on giving. Today, Dinesh D'Souza, the sanctimonious little fellow who despises liberals and Hillary Clinton and Obama and never can say a bad thing at all about Mr. Trump, is dumping on USA Today about their supposed complaints about the new movie Dunkirk, that they are not having enough women and people of color in this, and that that's the most important stuff. Well, I was kind of curious about that, so click, click, mouse click, I decided to follow up on his argument. Dinesh had retweeted a piece from dailywire.com, and I'll put the links up so that you can follow the daisy chain yourself. So, there's this dailywire.com complaining. Its title is USA Today Complains About Lack of Women and No Lead. And when you link on that, you discover that it has links, not directly to the USA Today piece. It has a link to a Breitbart.com piece, which says that there's not enough women and people of color in Dunkirk. USA Today complains. Again, the complain word. Finally, with Breitbart, we actually land at a primary source, which is USA Today, which I will give in the links, of which it is absolutely glowing in its review of the movie. It's not complaining about the movie. It's praising the movie as fabulous and wonderful. And at the end, there's one measly little paragraph that apparently ticked off like a series of falling dominoes, Breitbart, and then Daily Wire, and then secondary source addict Dinesh D'Souza. I'll read you the paragraph. The trio of timelines can be jarring as you figure out how they all fit. Now comes the busy part for them. And the fact that there are only a couple of women and no lead actors of color may rub some the wrong way. End of squib. They went on, however. Still, Nolan's feat is undeniable. He's made an immersive war movie that celebrates the good of mankind while also making it clear that no victory is without sacrifice. Well, one thing that Dinesh D'Souza seems incapable of sacrificing is his inability to follow a primary source. And he just can't get over it. Everything I've heard about the movie is it's meticulous and impressive and harrowing and inspiring. Kenneth Branagh was on Colbert last night extolling its virtues, and I'm looking forward to seeing it at some point. I'll be curious from my end whether or not in one of the various scenes in the movie we see Mr. Lightoller. He may have gotten lost in the shuffle. Anybody who's seen James Cameron's Titanic will remember Lightoller. He was one of the people that came back, or that was the fellow who helped steer the ship and survive the Titanic. If you see the old version, A Night to Remember, it's rather more of his character in that. But everyone that's done these versions hasn't ever put in the blip about the fact that in Dunkirk, a much older Lightoller, who was a yachtsman and retired, helped rescue people at Dunkirk. And that it would be an intriguing irony to pointedly call attention to Lightoller. And when I see the movie, so that I can see all the complaints that USA Today was mentioning, I'll be curious to see whether that's the case. And hear Hans Zimmer, who can be occasionally quite inspiring as a film composer, but also can write a lot of boilerplate. I'll be liking to see that. Anyway, there's my little rant on the soapbox today again, because Dinesh, just for the fun of it, try actually reading primary sources before you put on your own soapbox, because that's where the data are. And until and unless you learn that, you're never going to be able to get past your little narrow niche. It's a big narrow niche. Trumplandia is a very big narrow niche, but it is still not the whole world. And it also has a problem that a lot of it's not in fact true. So anyway, thank you for listening, and enjoy time, and follow the primary sources wherever you can, and a nod to the sacrifice that people made back in 1940 at Dunkirk, And would we have such spirit today in the land of Trumplandia? Not so sure about that.